Hello, friends, and welcome to the Polish Cauldron. Today, I want to share with you a swatch and review of a part of the Cadillacquer Halloween 2024 collection. This is a 8 polish collection, if I'm not mistaken, and I ended up grabbing 4 of them. So I thought I would share them with you and kind of swatch them together. The first polish is Whatever You Do, Don't Fall Asleep, and it is described as a deep purple blue with pink-red shimmer and matte neon green glitters. And this one is the first one that attracted my attention. It is absolutely beautiful, and it wears beautifully in 2 or 3 coats. Next up, we have Wanna See a Magic Trick? And this one is described as a black and blue base packed with purple to red shimmer. Now, I really liked how this one builds up. I especially like how it looks on 2 coats because you can still see a little bit of the muted base. But once you put on a 3rd coat, the shimmer is beautiful and intense, and the polish looks really beautiful and bright. Talk to Me is a dark teal with red, copper, gold, ultra chrome chameleon flakies, hollow flakies, and purple reflective glitter. Now, I am kind of on the fence when it comes to reflective glitter, but this one looked super exciting, so I wanted to try it out. And it did not disappoint. You definitely need a glitter smoothing top coat to make sure everything is good because it does dry with a lot of texture. But the way the layers build up on each other and the depth you create with all the flakies and the other components is magical. I also think this looks interesting if you want to pair it on top of a dark base of cream or something like it. Maybe even a jelly sandwich. but certainly not least, out of the polishes I grabbed, we have You Don't Feel the Air Flexing, and this one is a light bluish gray packed with bigger pink, orange, yellow iridescent flakies. And this one was so unique. I have nothing like it in my collection, so I definitely needed it. I really like how it looked on 2 coats, so I was pretty happy with that as well. But again, you can build it up as needed. Although this is a Halloween collection, this one gives me such winter vibes, and I'm definitely putting it in my winter rack to wear it this upcoming season. I thought it would be fun to add a nail it your way section in this video. You seem to enjoy the one I did in a previous swatch and review I shared for Polish for Days Something Weekend collection. So Nail It Your Way is basically a little segment where I try to wear the polishes in different ways. And I will mention the specific shades I used, but the idea is you can just use something similar you have in your collection to create fun looks and combinations. For my index finger, I combined Talk to Me with True by Zoya. Basically, the idea was to put a nice dark shade as my base and use Talk to Me as a topper. And it does tint the base a little bit towards to that grayish blue, but you can definitely see a more purple tint coming from the Zoya base. And I thought it's quite interesting. Also, if you think wearing it on its own looks a little bit too much and overwhelming, this is a nice option to kind of tone it down. For my middle finger, I used Wanna See a Magic Trick in a jelly sandwich. So I started with a layer of the polish, then I used Cirque Colors Rosé All Day to add a little bit of a sparkle, and then I added a second layer of Wanna See a Magic Trick. To make it even more fun, I used the Rosé All Day once more as a topper, so it was kind of like a sandwich with an extra hint of sparkle on top. And I really love the way it turned out. It looks like a beautiful, kind of like a starry night. For my ring finger, I used Once in a Blue Moon by Orly. And this was to give me a nice light blue base, as I wanted to use the You Don't Feel the Air Flexing polish as a topper of sorts. I just wanted to put a single layer to kind of have a more sparse distribution of the flakies. So first there's a coat of the Orly Once in a Blue Moon, then You Don't Feel the Air Flexing, and to kind of give it a more snow globy effect, I topped it with Cirque Colors Snow Angel, and it creates a truly magical winter wonderland combination. Last, on my pinky, I used Zoya's Danielle, which is one of my absolute favorite cream colors. And I used the Whatever You Do, Don't Fall Asleep on top of it as, again, a single layer, kind of like a topper-ish. And the lighter, brighter Zoya base gave it a very bright undertone, so it was more more of a bluish and a bright result. And again, it was a more sparse glitter distribution because it was a single layer. And I also really enjoyed that. I especially liked in this that the blue color of the Zoya base kind of came through and it created a much brighter effect. All in all, I was super excited with this kind of like experimental skittle. Although at first glance they don't seem like the polishes that they will be super versatile, you mostly see them and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna wear them on their own. But they can definitely be paired with others in really interesting combinations. I really love these polishes from the Cadillacquer Halloween collection. I generally love Cadillacquer, so it's not a surprise, but yeah, they're just really fun to work with. So let me know if you grabbed any of the colors from this collection. Were you excited about any of these? I'd love to know. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye!